Hello, everyone. It is Technique Tuesday, which means today is September 9. And I hope you're all well. I hope you're all happy wherever you are. I am. It's not as beautiful a spring day as it was yesterday, but it's still pretty cool. And you can see I'm still in my short sleeves. So it stayed warm enough for 2 days in a row of short sleeves. Loving that. Anyone else? What's the weather like where you guys are? I can see we have lots of folk here. Hello, Jeanette. How are you? Hi, Cherie. How are you? Hello, Barbara. Hi, Lorraine. Susie's here. Maureen, hello. We have a good crowd today. Margaret said she'll be back to watch the replay. Hello, Sheila. How are you? Technique Tuesdays. You're looking forward to it. Fantastic. Well, me too. And I have a rough idea of what I'm doing. So that's a start, right? It's lovely in Queensland, Susie. That's good. Hello, Holly. How are you? Hey, Kerry. Nice to see you there. Oh, and Margaret's from Illinois. Hi, Margaret. How are you? And Krista is here. We have got a really great crowd. Hi, Leslie. All right. Shall we get started? I'm going to switch over to the desk. Now, today, I'm going to do something. I'm going to confess something to you guys. The thing we're doing today, I can do it. I've done it lots of times. But I'm not completely confident with it all the time. And so as we go through, if I make any errors, please be patient with me. Today, I thought I'd show you a few easy ways to make shaker items. So we're going to do a couple of cards. And if we have time, and I hope we do, I'd like to do a Christmas ornament as well. So that's what we're going to do today. Who loves shaker cards and I have a love-hate relationship with them because I love them when they work, and we have some great tools to make sure they work properly, so it should be fine. But occasionally if I mess up and some of the inside pieces fall out, I find that really frustrating. So I'm being really honest with you guys and just telling you I'm going to show you a few very easy ways to create shakers. And we're going to do, like I said, 2 cards and an ornament if we get time. You do, but you're not good at them. Yeah, I kind of feel a little bit the same, Susan. It's not my area of specialty, but I want to show you anyway, and then we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to start with the world's easiest shaker card first. All right, so let's switch over. This one I'm confident I can do this, no problems. All right, so here we go. This is our current mini catalog. I'm crooked. I'm sorry. I don't like to be crooked. Let's get that lined up better. I thought I had it right before the video went live, but I guess not. You've never been very good at them and you try to avoid them. Look, I don't actually avoid them. I usually make at least one every time we have a new catalog with something, because quite often we have some really great shaker items. Like right now, I'm pretty sure these are still current. We have the itty bitty bokeh mix, and these are great for shakers because you want something that's like loose embellishments, and I'll try not to spill them all over my desk because that would also be very frustrating. But these are really pretty, like they're pinks and blues and purples and really, really lovely loose embellishments. Okay, loose embellishments work really, really well for shakers. Obviously, if you have something that's too bulky, or if it's got any kind of adhesive on it, it's not going to work because it's not going to rattle around and shake. It'll stay in one place. So that sort of thing is really, really great. So every now and then they'll do a little release of loose embellishments. Right now we've got some new ones. These are in the online exclusive items. Oh, I printed out the online exclusive pack to show you, but it did not print. Let me just hit the print button on my computer again and see if it will fix it. Maybe something's going on there, maybe. Who knows? My printer has a mind of its own. It's very cantankerous. Contrary, that's what we'll call it. You made a kit once. Well, there you go, once. Okay, you made them with your oldies. They sort of worked. We had heaps of mess. Yeah, they can be messy. All right, so I'm going to start by showing you this. These are new, these ones. These are also loose embellishments, okay, and these are, what are they called? They are called Gold Shaker Stars, and they're in one of the online exclusive items that we currently have. I believe they're part of the, tell me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I probably should look this up before I tell you. I think they're part of the Ornamental Christmas, or is it the Modern Christmas Suite? Let me have a very fast look. It's one or the other. I will just make sure I've got it right. are they part of the suite, the ornamental Christmas suite or the modern Christmas? There's a couple of very simple, I think they match up with the modern Christmas stuff. Okay, so when we get to doing our ornament, I'm going to be using these as well, but I thought I'd use them first for, like what I said, the world's easiest shaker card. All right, so now my online exclusive stuff, I turned my printer off and turned it back on, and now it's working because, you know, that's how it works, right? All right, so this is super, super easy. You're going to start with, and I've already kind of prepared a piece. This is actually some paper that's part of the, oh gosh, I'm still learning all the names. This is what happens every time we have new stuff. I can't remember the names of anything, so you have to be patient with me. They're called Christmas tags and more, here on page 15, these. Okay, so they're 6x6 paper, and it's got some die cuts, and see there's the ornaments there, and part of the 6x6 paper is the ornaments, and the other part is like a brown dotty design, and the like crumb cake. So I used that crumb cake brown dotty design on another project, and I had this left over, the ornaments left over, so I just popped them on a piece of card. So you could either use, there is real red and garden green, and also it looks like soft sea foam there and some crumb cake, but there's also some darker elements. So I actually used a piece of cherry cobbler for my backing piece. All right, now this is metric size card. Okay, so the card front piece is 10 centimeters wide, and this is 14.3 long. That's the cherry cobbler piece. Okay, so let's make the world's easiest shaker card. You're going to need a, what do they call these? Medium clear envelopes. All right, so they've just got, we still sell these. With this is we got rid of some of the other cello bags, but we still have these, and these perfectly fit a card, a US size card, and the Australian size card, as you can see here, is a little narrower. So it's still okay. It still goes in there, but there's a bit left over on the side. There's a bit of an overlap. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this face down in here, because I want this piece here, when I glue it down, when I take the adhesive backing stuff off and I want to glue it down, I want that to be behind. Okay, I don't want that to be seen from the front, if that makes sense. This is how you like to make shape. I know, it's so easy, right, Holly? So easy. Oh, thank you, Sheila. That's really helpful. Oh, that's a great idea. Baby cards with a rattle as a shaker. I bet they would have turned out awesome. So some things really lend themselves to shaker cards. So what you're going to do is you're going to butt this up. If you're using US side card, you won't need to butt this up against the edges. It's already the right size. But for ours, you want to butt it up against the edge. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over, all right, so that it's now got no overlap from the front. And I'm going to grab some tape. You could use seal. You could use whatever you like. I wouldn't use Tombow because it'll take too long to dry. But I find tape is good for this. So we're going to fold that over. And then I'm going to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere by gluing it down there on the back. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look good, because no one's going to see it. All right, I'm just having that folded over so that from the front, it looks great. Okay. And then I'm going to get my little shakery bits, and I'm going to open up the top, and I'm going to empty some. Now, just be careful you don't end up with these everywhere. So you'll want to open that up and decide how many you need. So I'm throwing some in here. And let's see. Well, that's too many, actually. I went too crazy there. Went crazy with the shakers. So let's get rid of some. There's a lot in these packs. I love that you get so many of the stars. And I like the stars because some of them are solid stars and some of them are outline stars. Have you noticed that? Super, super cute. All right, let's see how many I've got now. So that's looking better. What do you think? Do you think that's too many or enough? What do we think? Do we want to get rid of some more? Yeah, and this also does create quite a flat shaker. As Holly was saying, it saves on postage. So, yeah, do we think we want to get rid of some more? Maybe a little bit more? But you can see this is absolutely easy. All right. I'm thinking that that's about right. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take this backing off. Less is best. Too many? Yeah. I think it's okay now. All right, so we're going to just tuck all this in behind here. If you've got any bits sticking out like I do, right there, just kind of tuck it in behind. All right. Okay, put the lid on that so I don't upend it all over the table, because you know I will, right? All right, now I've got a basic white thick card base here, and I'm going to fold this in half. And I'm going to use a couple of other new products as we put these cards and pieces together. So now I'm going to use, like you could use seal, but I'm going to just use tape and put that along that top edge. And we're going to glue this on as if it was just a normal card base. We'll forget that it's in a clear envelope or a plastic bag, depending on what you want to call it. I'm going to put that right along there, all the way to the edge. And the nice thing about this is that it's no mess. And the stars are not going anywhere. Okay, they are well and truly in there. They're sealed in with the strip of adhesive here, and also the fact that you used a piece of adhesive down the side. And now I'm just going to take the back off my. So this is probably the world's easiest shaker card, I think. Don't you? Do you think this is about right? Who reckons they could do this? I think you can. All right, so I'm going to pop that now on my card front, on my card base, I mean. Make sure I push it all the way down. And now I have a card, and I can go ahead and do my my words. And I thought for the words, we might use these. Now I can put, like, I could put a banner on dimensionals on the outside of the plastic. That would be fine. We probably could have got rid of some of those. I probably could have taken a few more of those out, but I'm just going ahead at this point. And you get the idea. So you keep working until you've got the number that you want to have. Now, these are new. These were released in the new catalogue just the other day, and I love them. It was only last Wednesday. Hard to believe. I feel like I've been making so many cards with new product. I can hardly believe it's only been out for not even a week. So this is, whoops, I took the bag off. This is the Greetings for You Mix and Match Ephemera Pack. Okay, and this is, there are 6 sheets in the pack, and these are adhesive. Okay, so you actually can peel the backs off and stick them on. So we could do that on here quite nicely. And because they're gold on white, I think that works really well. There is also, you can see there's 2 of each. So Merry Christmas, 'Tis the Season, Happy Christmas, Happy Christmas, Happy Christmas, Happy Christmas, Merry and Bright, 'Tis the Season, Joy, 'Tis the Season. There's a big Joy, another small Merry and Bright, the same as that one. So you can see there's lots of different ones there. Oh, actually, yeah, and this one's different again. So there's some season's greetings, Merry and Bright. Aren't these nice? And I love that they're adhesive. And then there's another one here with a Merry Christmas. So we just have to make up our mind, which one do we want to have? Do we want like a little banner, like a Merry Christmas, and I could pop it up on dimensionals, or do we just want to stick it straight down? What do you guys think? What do you think? Yes, exactly, Maureen. That is always the way to do it. Yes, exactly. Crumpet would probably knock those over in a heartbeat, wouldn't he? He would. All right, so I'm deciding maybe I'll do with this little Joy here. I'm going to take that off the back. Whoops, I actually just realized I've got 2 sheets there, not one. And move that over. And I like this little Joy. And so you can see there's like a strip here, a piece on the back to make it easy to peel the back off, all right? But you could, if you wanted to, put it up on dimensionals, but I think I'll just stick it straight on just because we can. But it's easy to get the backs off because it's got that split in the back to make it easy for you. All right. And let me see. I think I'll put it right here. And in the interest of just having a really simple card, but it's a bit special because of the shakers, we'll say that's done. Okay, so I hope you like that. I think it's a bit of fun, and it's very, very easy to do. So if you're looking for a very, very easy shaker card, get yourself some clear medium envelopes. We sell these, and they are fantastic. Oh, you didn't know they're adhesive. I know, right? I actually didn't know until they arrived, and then looked at them and went, oh, that's fantastic. I love that. So yeah, these are really great, and I can see them getting a lot of use. And there's some really good. They're all just gold on white Christmas messages, so there's lots and lots of uses for these. Highly recommend. All right, so there's one card. One card done. Ta-da! All right, so the next one I've only conceptualized in my mind, which means that if it doesn't turn out, I guess I'll worry about that then. I'm going to fold this piece. This is 10 centimeters wide by 20 centimeters long, which means when you fold it in half, it is a square card. So it's 10 by 10. All right, let's see how we go. So I've done this piece to be 9.5 by 9.5, so it's going to fit right there on top. And I'm also going to do a slightly smaller. This is the butterfly, what's it called? Beautiful bokeh. That's what it's called. It's been around for like a couple of years now. And do you think I can get the name right? And I'm deciding, do I want to have, like, initially I was thinking I'd just make it all blue and do like some blue bokeh pattern at the back, you know, like this, which would look really nice. But maybe something a little different would be lovely as well. So, you know, maybe one of these, because that's quite nice with the different colors. It's got the blue in it, but it's also got some pinks and corals. So that's a possibility. And this one is also really lovely. It might be a nice contrast. If you look on the color wheel, you'll find these colors are not that far from each other, and that's why they work. So here's my color wheel right here. And so here's, well, this is Fresh Freesias. Here's Fresh Freesia and here's Balmy Blues. So if you look at your analogous colors, they are both in that analogous window, on opposite ends of that analogous window, and that's why these colors look good together. Okay, so just pulling in the color wheel and doing a little bit of color theory. Oh, you think yellow? Yeah, we could do yellow. Yellow would look nice with the blue, and we could do this. Or are there any other? There's also this yellow, this one that's kind of halfway between. It's got the blue in it as well. So do we want, Leslie, what do you think? Do you want to go with the yellow and blue piece, or do we want to go with the just bright yellow piece? I'm going to ask whether you want. Leslie was saying yellow, so I'm going to say, will we have the bright yellow? In which case, if I'm going to have a gold, I have a butterfly. I think I'll have a gold butterfly. I could have a white butterfly too. Oh, thanks, Sheila. You're doing an awesome job there, honey. Yellow and blue. Okay, we're going to go that one. All right, so that's this one here, and that's these colors. There's not a lot of yellow in it, but there's a bit. It's softer than the bright yellow. All right, so I'm going to put this here. So this is 9.5 by 9.5. So I'm going to make this. Let's see. Well, how wide is this piece? Oh, it's not quite wide enough. I'm just going to grab another one. So because this is 9.5 by 9.5, I'm going to make this one 8.5 by 8.5. So it's a little bit smaller. And that's going to be my background piece. Now I'm just wondering, because I want to put a circle in here, and I'm just wondering if my punch is going to be big enough, or whether I need to, or if I'm going to need to do it. Will I be able to get into the middle of that piece with my punch? Or it's almost not quite right. So instead, I'm going to use my Stylish Shapes dies, and I'm going to center my circle. That's easier than trying to put a punch in the middle. I could use a bigger one, but let's see. All right, so I'm not cutting this one. I'm cutting this one, because this one's going to be on the outside, and I think that's probably a good size. So I'm going to go with that. So let me run that through my cut and emboss machine and cut that piece right out of that blue balmy blue square. I'm just centering it in the middle. If you wanted, you don't have to center it. You could put it higher or lower if you wanted to add a greeting at the top or the bottom. So that would also work. I just changed my plates this morning and they're almost brand new. I was cutting up for a class and decided enough was enough with my old plates, and I switched. But they don't stay new very long, do they? Look, but see, it's still pretty. Look how nice it is. So it won't be long and it won't look like that anymore, but it's nice while it does. All right, so I've got my circle cut out of my balmy blue square, and I've got a balmy blue circle to use for something else. I'm not using it on this card. Now, there is another ingredient here. Let me grab it. I'm also going to need a piece of acetate, because if I don't put a piece of acetate between the top and the bottom of the card and I put shaker pieces in there, they're all going to fall out. So I need the acetate. Okay, so it's going to go just in here. So I'm going to say, I'm going to make this, that one's 9.5 by 9.5. So I'm going to make this one 9 by 9. I could make it 8.5 by 8.5. It wouldn't matter really. It just needs to be bigger than the circle, but smaller. Bigger than this circle, but smaller than the outside square. So if I go 9 by 9, it's going to be fine. All right. So here are my pieces now. Okay, so I've got my card base. This is going to end up on the card base. Then I'm going to have this one glued onto the back of here. All right. And then that's going to end up on here. And then we're going to create a window for our shaker pieces. So I'm going to glue this down first. I use whatever comes to mind. Well, that one would have been nice too, wouldn't it? I think we looked at that one, but we decided not. So I'm just going to pop that right there in the center, as close to the center. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. We just need to have it roughly in the center. I know the itty bitty bokeh mix are beautiful. Aren't they lovely? Now this is going to get glued on the back of here, and you can see it's not quite as big, so we won't see the edges of the paper. Can you see that? I've gone a little bit smaller. So I'm going to, let me see, will I go? You can apply your glue to the acetate, or you can apply it to your paper. And don't go too close to the outside. All right, so you can see I've got my glue all the way around there. Can you see it? There it is. You can kind of see that. And then I'm going to lay this down so that it's just inside the blue piece. Okay, does that make sense? There you go, like that. All right, so this now is almost ready. So my card, you can have your card going so it opens at the top if you want to, like a tent, or you can have it going so it opens at the side. I don't think it matters. You can go either way. Let's have it opening at the top. All right, so before I put this on, I mean, I could have embossed this. I could stamp on it. In fact, should we stamp on it? No, I'm not going to stamp on it. I'm going to use a banner, so that's fine. Just going to leave it as it is. I could also edge around here with some balmy blue ink. So let me quickly do that. So that, and last side, that. Right, so it just gives us a little bit of a finished edge on that balmy blue cardstock. All right, so this is going to end up in here, on there like this. But we need to raise this up because we're going to be putting our shakers in the middle, okay? So what I'm going to do, and there's a couple of ways you can do this. This is the way that seems easiest to me, is I'm actually going to create a wall around here. And for this, I am going to use our adhesive strips. Now, we do sell these, okay? So they're kind of cool. And you can see they're like a big, long strip. I've actually, if ever you only want to use half, that's fine. You can cut or rip them off. But I'm just going to start with one full strip. I don't think it's enough to go all the way around. We're going to need that other half, I think. And it doesn't matter where you start. I'm going to start right here at the side. And I'm going to go right around this circle, just on. And you've got to make sure it's you're pushing it down all the way around, because I've taken one side off and it's sticky, but I'm pushing it down so it makes contact with that acetate, or window sheet, as I should call it, because that's what it's called. If you go looking for acetate in our online store, you're not going to find it because it's under window sheet, because mostly that's what we use. We make windows with it. Oh, it is almost the right length for this circle. Look at that. It's going to be a tiny bit short. That's annoying. That's okay. All right. Oh, you know what? It isn't short at all. It's exactly the right length. I'm going to put butt those two up against each other. How perfect was that? Well, that was lucky. Then you take the back off. Actually, I shouldn't have taken the back off yet. No, it's okay. I'm going to take the back off. Now, this piece here isn't supported, so I'm going to grab some dimensionals. So I've got, this is sticky now. The circle is sticky. And I'm going to put one of these dimensionals, which is the same height, roughly the same height as this, almost exactly the same as this adhesive strips. Okay, and then I'm going to take the backs off those. And I'm trying not to handle the sticky bits too much because I want to make sure they stick properly. Okay, so now this is gonna end up flipped over and down on here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the itty bitty bokeh bit mix, which is part of this suite. Okay, and I'm actually going to grab some and I'm going to put them right here in the middle. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, why is she doing that? It's because I find this easier than trying to line it up the other way, just personally. But you do have some control over all of the little shakery bits here. So, you know, if any of them fall out, like that one did, then you can pick it up. Let's get a few more. They're so pretty. And I'm deciding how many is enough. Sometimes you don't really get a good look at how many until the card is actually put together, and then it's too late. You can't, once you've got it together, you can't undo it and try and do it again. It's too hard. So we really get one shot at this. And I think that's where the stress of shaker cards comes from, is that I think that's about right. A couple more. Just do a few more. When in doubt, add a few more, right? If I end up with too many, oh well. All right, so I've got that ready now to use for another time. You get quite a few cards out of them as well. Get that on there properly. Okay, now I'm ready to do this. I'm trying not to handle it more than I need to, and I'm going to stand up so I can position this right there over my card. So I'm pushing it down all the way around to make sure that it's making good connection. All right, let's see. How do we do? Well, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. All right, so could I have done a few less? Yeah, maybe, but I'm actually not unhappy with that. Okay, right. So there are a number of different ways you could have done this. I actually thought this would be fun to finish it off with a butterfly. And the question is, what color butterfly do we want? So do we want a white butterfly on top of this? And I'm thinking, you know, we could use one of these little guys like this. We could do a silver one or a white one. I feel like this one's too big. Do you agree? Do you think this one's too big, or do you think we should do the big one? Because that is quite a big butterfly. But it's cute. Okay, so I'm going to take votes. Do we want a little butterfly or do we want a big butterfly? And then we'll decide. The big one only just fits onto the card, doesn't it? Navy, says Leslie. I was thinking white or silver, but yeah, we could do navy. Too big, Barbara says. Leslie said we should go with the small. Small, says Moira. Okay, looks like the small is getting the votes. I'm always interested to see what you guys think. I love this beautiful butterfly set. It's so versatile. You can do so much with it. It's been around now for a while, hasn't it? Small. Okay, small it is. And Leslie's vote was for navy. I was thinking white or silver, but I'm thinking navy could certainly work. So if I do navy, let's see how that would look. So this is the navy. It's quite dark, but it will work. So let's try that. So let me see how this will look. Taking all the little bits out. There we go. And if I was to put that on there, what do we think? Do we like that? Do we like the little butterfly? Is that the right color? Or should I try one in white and see what it looks like? Or one in silver? The other thing is, if I do a butterfly body, I'd have to think about, maybe I do a butterfly body in the balmy blue, maybe, because we've got little butterfly bodies for these as well. So we can do that. Is that, are you saying white for the butterfly body, or for, oh, you were thinking pink? That would work too, because of the, or fresh freesia, because we've got some of that in here as well. So there's a few options, isn't there? Right, let me grab some balmy blue and okay, let me try that. I'm just using my Take Your Pick tool to pop the butterfly body out. So I think I like it better with the butterfly, with the body in a different color like that. I think that works better, don't you? Or what do you think? Maybe some Wing of Stella. Yes, Wing of Stella is a great idea. Do we like the butterfly? Do we like the balmy blue body, or do we think a different color? Normally you do butterfly bodies in black probably, but because of the navy, I don't want to do that. 2 small butterflies on each edge opposite each other. Yes, we could. So 2 more of those maybe. Let me put the butterfly body on this butterfly to see how he looks. Like that. So you're thinking maybe one up here and one over here? We could do that. The other thing that would be really nice here is a little banner with a greeting across. So I think that would look really nice. And in the beautiful butterflies, oh, you know what? This is one that I couldn't find the other day. Do you guys remember I lost the happy birthday? Well, guess what? That would work here. So I could put another butterfly right here. How about I do that? So I'm going to do another butterfly the same as that one. And I think you're right, Barbara. I think it was that said we should Wink of Stella. So that sounds like a good idea. I'm just going to cut another one of those. I think you're right. I think the 2 butterflies is going to look better than one. Do we like this idea? Opposite colors. I should have thought of that, but I didn't. So I'm thinking maybe this up a little higher. And maybe I'm going to put a couple of mini dimensionals behind this. So one on the ends. And maybe one in the middle, because no one's going to see it anyway, because it's going to be hidden. And then I'm going to pop them across here like so. And then we're going to have got one little butterfly here. I could have done opposite colors, but too late now. We've done this. I could always come back and cover it later if I wasn't happy, but I'm not unhappy. It looks good. All right, we'll put another. I'm using glue dots to attach the butterfly bodies. One there. And one here. There we go. What do we think? We thought Wink Stella, didn't we? So Wink Stella over the whole butterfly or just the body? I think I'll do the body to start with. And it does look really nice. Did everyone see that we have water painters back? How good is that? I'm so happy. It means we'll be able to do some water painter techniques again because I love my water painters. I was very sad when we didn't have them. So happy that they are back. And yes, this would have been easier to do before I put it on the card, but oh well. Better late than never. All right. So can we see that that is Wink Stella? Well, you can. You can see a bit of glitter there. That's very cute. Yeah, it turned out nice, right? Now, I was also thinking about showing you a kit today, and I'll just do it really, really quickly because the kit that I want to show you lends itself to shaker cards. So that's kind of cool. So let me move these things out of the way. So this is what we've got so far. I've got 2 projects, easy shaker cards that I think work really, really well. All right, so we have a new kit. Now I've just got to, where did I put the kit? We have a new kit called Handmade and Heartfelt. And I think that's a really, really nice name for a kit because that's always what we're trying to do. We're all about handmade and heartfelt, right? Now, this is a new kit that's come out just last week and it is available now. But this one is a special kit because they are going to be using this one at the World Card Making Day festivities. So World Card Making Day is on the first Saturday in October every year. And what is cool about World Card Making Day is that Stampin' Up! Put on a free event that everyone can attend. And Stampin' Up! They do fantastic events. I mean, you'd expect them to. You know, they're a big card making company. So, of course, they're going to do something really cool for Card Making Day. So this year, they've decided to use this kit as their main focus for World Card Making Day. Now, you don't have to have the kit to watch, and the event is completely free. Okay, so I will put up a registration link. I wonder if I can do it under the YouTube video. I don't know if I can or not, but I will certainly put it on my VIP group and anywhere else I can think to put it, and maybe on my blog as well. How about that? So I'll put it in all those places. But what is really cool about World Card Making Day is it is free. It goes from 2 till 3 p.m. our time on Saturday, the 4th of October. They will be making cards with this kit. You can just watch if you don't have the kit or want to play along and craft along all by yourself and do your own thing. But if you do want to do the card making kit, then you'd need to buy it before the end of September so it will arrive in time for the 4th of October. So I would usually give yourself about a week for something to arrive. I always think that that's probably the best idea. You've registered and ordered. Fantastic, Marie. That's great. So you can order. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I want to show it to you because it's a lot of fun. I did show my team on my live video with them yesterday, and it comes in a couple of different components. It all comes shrink wrapped, so you can see I've taken the shrink wrap bit off this. This is actually a card organizer. So there are 10 cards in the kit, 5 different cards, 2 of each. Hey, Katrina, nice to see you there. Right. You hope yours arrives in the next couple of days. Well, I'm hoping that everyone is going to have a play with it. All right, so can you see here it's using 3M adhesive. I love it when they do this because you haven't got to worry about it all. This is going to go down like so, and this is like a tab. All right, you can fold that back. This is going to go down. It's going to hold the whole thing really secure. So I might as well put it together. Let's do it. Let's put it together right now. Okay, and we're going to take off this strip like so. I'm going to push this down so it fits all the way to the bottom, and that's going to hold the whole thing really, really secure. These little tabs here, same thing. They're going to flip up, and go on the sides. So if you have trouble getting your fingernail in there like I am, use the point of like a take your pick tool, if I can say that properly, and that will help you take the adhesive off. Okay, so then that folds up. And so you're not mucking around with glue and stuff. All the adhesive is this little tape stuff, and all you got to do is take the backing and stick it into place. Super easy, right? You're thinking, what's this got to do with shaker cards, Linda? Well, I'm going to show you in a second. All right, so this is the box. It's very sturdy. And then you've got more tape here. Okay, and this piece, let me think which way this is going to go. This piece is going to, it tells me there's a piece for a tab here and a piece for a tab here, and it's 1 and 2. So I'm going to have it this way, like so, and that's going to go in. I'll do it later. I won't do it right now, but that piece is going to go in and hold nice and tight. You've got this piece here, which is going to go, there's another tab piece there. So this piece is going to go in here. And then those tabs are going to stick straight like so. And then I've got one more piece. Where's my other piece? I've got one more piece which goes here, which, there it is. Whoops. These pieces here. So that piece will actually go that way. Yep, there's the other tab piece. So then that goes in the middle there, and that tab goes into place. So it's actually really easy to put together. I've just put mine without all the gluing, but you can see that it sits really, really nicely. Okay, isn't that cool? Very, very easy, right? And then your cards can go in here. You could put, pens in here, or, I like to put these sorts of things. Great place to stick a Tombow. I may even use this on my desk to do a bit of organizing, because I like the fact that I could have it sitting right in front of me and see everything I need to see. So I think that's a really great little tool. Is anyone else thinking about that? Let's see what else is in the box. And I'm going to show you why I wanted to talk about this today with shaker cards. So we have a stamp set. This is a stamping kit, and the sentiments are really nice. There's hello sunshine, happy birthday. It's a really nice happy birthday. Thanks so much. Thinking of you to and from, and wishing you the best. All right. So really good, useful sentiments. All right. I like that idea. And then there is a Secret C stamp and spot. I'm not going to open this today. I'm not going to actually be making up any of the cards today, because I probably just use my Secret C ink because I already have this. But if you had someone who, either you're taking the kit away, maybe you're traveling with the kit, it's really handy to have the little spots. The other thing is you might be giving this to someone as a gift who doesn't have all the ink pads. So this is a really great little option for people who don't have all the pads. So that comes automatically. Also in here is a block. Okay, there's some glue dots, there's some little embellishments, there's blue embellishments, little like sequiny ones, and then there's also like little gold foily kind of ones. They're really pretty. There's some twine, and then there's all the pieces to make these 5 cards. Now, what is nice about these are what I would call peekaboo cards. Okay, so maybe I'll open up one and just show you what I mean by that, and why you could use these with your shakery pieces. And I realize it's 2:45 and I haven't even started the ornament yet. So good thing it doesn't take very long to make. We'll hopefully still be close to time. So, all right. So then you've got all your different pieces. So like a peekaboo card, this one here, you push out all these little circles, okay, and then you make up, here's the instructions under here, which I always find really handy. You've got all your little pieces, like little birdies and things that poke their heads out through the holes. How cute is that, right? Really, really cute. Now that would be a tough one to do as a shaker card, because you'd be putting your strips around each circle. That'd be a lot of work. So I probably wouldn't pick that one. But one of the others, like the rainbow one, that would be an easy one to do. Or this one here with the coral. I think the coral one would be really easy. And this is just a straight circle like the one we did last time. But here are the envelopes. Aren't these nice? I just think this is the cutest kit. And if you don't have it, but you're thinking about doing World Card Making Day, I would thoroughly recommend it to you. I think it's a fantastic kit. So you got all your pieces. Look at all the big packet of dimensionals. I love it when they give us a big pack of dimensionals. And then there's our little, see, this is when you poke the holes out of this. This, then, you haven't got to put them in individually. Those are all lined up ready to go through your holes, the little birdies and hearts and things. Super cute. Love that. So there's 2 of each card design. Okay. This one has the rainbow. Super cute as well. This one is the one with the circle. This one, actually, which one is that? Oh, I see. This is the one that has the flowers. I really like that one. So here's your pop-out pieces. So this is where you could put your acetate on the back of there and then put your shakers in. Do you see what we're talking about now? So you could put your acetate on this and then put your adhesive strips just around the whole thing there, and then you'd have your shakers, your whatever your shakers or whatever you were using, if you were using these guys, appearing in behind here. So sequins or any loose embellishments. I really like this particular card. I think this is beautiful. That one I probably wouldn't use for shakers because it's too small, and it would make a nice noise when you shake it, but you wouldn't get to see them very much. But the one that I thought would be really good with it would be this. Okay, this is the coral piece. So the coral goes on top of this blue, I think. Oh, does it? Yeah, it does. All right, so the coral goes on top of here like this. Okay, and then you could put your acetate on the back of that, and then put your strips around, and then put your little loose shakers inside and shake it around, and you would get to see them through that. So there you go. You're working, Sue, are you? Well, I hope you like your job and you don't mind working today. You've crashed a few others today, have you? Oh, there you go. Well, it's much appreciated that you're here for mine. I'm very grateful. All right, so does that kind of make sense? What this is, there's the one that goes over the circle. Well, the circle that goes over the other, the banners. And this is the one, these die cuts here all go on the front of this card here. All right, and you've got a banner on there as well. So the banner you would stamp, it's got a thinking of you, and then that's where the stamps come in. So you're stamping your greetings, hello sunshine, wishing you all the best, happy birthday, thanks so much, and thinking of you. All of these are on here. You might notice the to and from don't appear on here anyway and anywhere. And you know what? You don't actually have to use them. They're just like little extras to use for whatever you want. So sometimes they give us more than what we actually need for the cards. And I think that's great. So you've got leftovers as well. All right. Let's put these away. I'm going to pop them back in the box. So did everyone understand why I think some of these have made great shaker cards? Are you talking to me, Gina? What am I up to tonight? Well, this is actually daytime. It's 2:49 right now. Tonight, I'm probably just cooking dinner for hubby. That's probably all I'm doing tonight. Oh, and there's a block. I think I mentioned that before. I'm not sure if I did or not. So there's a D-size block for you to stick your stamps onto and stamp with. So there we go. So I wanted to show you that. Remember, if you want to do World Card Making Day and craft along with them, I highly recommend that kit to do that. Okay, so that's going to be something really fun. All right, I want to show you how I made this shaker. All right, now this is like a little Christmas ornament. You could hang it on a tree. I think it's really, really pretty. What do we think? Do we like this? Not difficult at all to do. All right, and I've kind of partly started organizing this. So we have in the latest online exclusive, we have the large gold hoops, and this is what I'm using for this shape. So we sell these. Fantastic for doing things like Christmas decorations and home decor and things like that. You just had a big brown box arrive, Tanya. Fantastic. We love that, right? I love it when that happens. So you're going to need a hoop. Pop the rest away. There are 10 hoops in a pack. Okay, if you're wondering how many you get. And so I've used one for this decoration. And then I've already gone ahead and cut out these Christmas trees, all right? And we're going to be using these. Oh, hang on. Put them out of the box and pop something on top of them. Here we go. We're going to be using these, which are the Christmas tree shaker domes. Let me just make sure I've got the name correctly. Shaker. If you type in the word shaker, 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 they will come up, okay, under tree shaker domes. And we also have small circle shaker domes available as well. We do have the gold shaker stars, these guys at the moment, that are part of this modern Christmas thing, and also the loose shaker elements. We have those as well. So there's a few different ones. In the past, we've also had, I don't know if I got them out. I thought I got them out. In the past, we had some snowflake sequins. I think we had those last year. I think they were around last year, but we don't have those anymore. But I really love them. I think they're beautiful, and I love all that kind of stuff. But we've had a lot of different loose elements over the years, and I think they do that so that we can do these kind of projects, right? All right, so I've already gone ahead and cut out a couple of trees. There is a die for this, but this is going to end up on here. Now, this if it's slightly bigger, okay, and it's pretty much exact, but if it is slightly bigger, you can always trim it down a little bit when you know after you put these together. All right, so I'm going to be putting this on here, and I'm going to be using those gold stars, and I hope I can remember how I did this, because this was a few weeks ago I made this one. Now, if I look at the back here, okay, and there's usually a join point. I cannot see it, but that's okay, because I can use my take your pick tool to pop under here. So I lift that up to expose that sticky edge. All right, I'm just going to leave that there for a moment. Okay. And when I did this, I put one side together first, and then I turned it over, and I put the string, the twine, in between. Now, the twine is also new. That's a really fun thing. And we've got, this is them. They come in a 2-pack. You've got what is this one? Vanilla and gold, and then black and gold. They're both really nice. I might use the black and gold one this time, because I haven't used that one yet. So like I said, I hope I can remember how to do this. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to take my little stars, and I'm going to do like I did before, and I'm going to put them in the middle of my tree. Now, you want to have enough so you're going to get a good effect when they shake, but you don't want to have so many that they're spilling out everywhere. So I'm going to make sure they're sitting in the middle, so that when I put my tree down over the top with that sticky edge, I don't want any trees on top of my stars. Now, if you're wondering where this paper came from, I probably should do this first before the stars end up everywhere. All right, so I'm just going to position that right there over the top, and you can see how that looks. It's very cute. Isn't that gorgeous? And the stars look really nice on the black background. When I did the other one, I used the stripy background, but for this one I used the black with the stars. I just thought that'd be nice. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. So I'm going to, once again, take one of my shaker trees. I hope I haven't messed this up. I'm hoping I've done this right. But, you know, I doubt myself a little bit. Like I said, it's been a few weeks since I made this, and I thought, oh, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And then I started to do it and went, do I remember what I did last time? I know the DSP is beautiful. I'll get it out and show it to you in a second, like to show you all of it, because it's just beautiful. And this is DSP that is in the online exclusives. So I think a lot of people don't realize that we have a whole other collection of beautiful products available in the online store that are not in the catalog. Okay, so if you want to see them, you go into the catalog menu and you search online exclusives, and up they come. Okay, so you will see them there. I'm going to put this on here. And I was thinking this would make nice Christmas gifts, like to give to a couple of friends with their Christmas card, you know, at Christmas time. All right, so I've already taken the backing off that. I'm going to put this down over the top here. So then I have 2 Christmas trees. And I think I've got that pretty. And you want to push it down all the way around and make sure that you have got good bond, because you don't want these little guys to pop out, right? We don't want them popping out anywhere. All right, so we've got our, and it does stick sometimes, a bit of static electricity. Sometimes they stick to the outside of the plastic, the inside of the plastic. I don't mind that. I don't think that looks bad. All right, let's put the lid back on here. And I'm going to start a bit that I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to get it right, but I hope I am. All right, so I'm going to get my, here it is, right here in front of me. Oh, look, I found the end straight away. That's a miracle. Okay, and I'm going to pull some of this out. All right, and I'm going to, how much am I going to pull out? Probably, I don't know, quite a bit, actually. Nearly a meter, doubled over. All right, so, and if you have too much, you can always cut it off and use it on something else. But you can see on this one, I have quite a bit left over. I actually liked having the tails of the, but if you wanted it shorter, you could certainly do it shorter. But I didn't. I left it long. All right, so I have this piece now, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to match up my ends. And I'm going to come down this other end where it's folded over. And I'm going to put it through underneath in my hoop. I'm going to bring my finger up through the loop, and I'm going to pull the ends through. All right, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the other end. I'm going to go right across the circle. Okay, so the circle is exactly in half. Now, one of these is going to go on one side, and the other one is going to go on the other. Okay, and it's going to kind of use that bit of string pulled tight as to keep it stable. Okay, so I'm then going to come over here as well, and I'm going to hold this in place. Now, you might find it easier, this is the only tricky bit, to actually put a glue dot right there to stop it from moving around. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab a glue dot. I'm going to pick one up with my take your pick tool. And I'm going to make sure I've got that exactly in half. And I am going to pop it right there. And I'm going to, because this is where the bow is going to go, and you're going to cover that up. But I want it to just be as stable as it possibly can be. And then I'm going to tie it. So I don't know if this is the easiest way to do this, but this is how I'm doing it anyway. And make sure that's pulled nice and tight. And you don't want this to shift around on the hoop either, so I would probably recommend another glue dot there. And you'll want to roll it up a little bit so it's not too big. All right, okay, so it's kind of holding its shape now. And what I need to do is pop this on one side. And you'll notice that the hoops are exactly the right size for the trees. They fit exactly, all right? So we love that. And I'm actually going to use, I'm going to put glue all over one side. Now, you could use Tombow. I actually think probably either tape or, let me see if I can do this. I'm going to just try and cover. So I've got some seal going across here. But you want to have the glue pretty much covering, and you don't want it to come apart. So up to you. Use whatever glue you feel the most confidence with. If you feel that seal is going to be keep it confident, you know, you're going to make you feel confident how this goes together, that's great. But if you feel that you want to use something else, that's fine too. Maybe tape would have been good for this. It's still going to work, but I think maybe tape would have been good. And I'm covering as much of this as I can. All right. So now the top is where the rest, like the leftover twine is. And I am going to put this right here inside that knot. And I'm going to have that going right up to the top. Okay. So now it's stuck on there. Make sure it's right in the middle. And then I'm going to get the other one and I'm going to stick that right on the back. So it's sandwiched. The twine is sandwiched in between the two trees. And I'm going to push it around all the edges and make sure, like that. All right, so that's actually going to hold still nicely for you. But use as much glue as you need to use to make sure those two surfaces of the tree stay together. And then we're just going to tie a big old bow at the top and pull it really tight. And then you can decide how long you want these tails to be. I would not start with the tails too short. There's a lot of twine on a roll. I would start I would be generous, because that way you can make a decision at the end. You don't want to be starting and making it difficult for yourself by cutting it too short to begin with. And there we go. We have another beautiful little ornament. I've done one with, which one do we like the better? Do you like the stripes with the light colored twine, or do you like the stars with the dark colored twine? I know. And they would look lovely hanging on a tree, don't you think? They're really pretty. And they're quite, as long as those two trees are stuck together firmly, they're quite stable. They're going to hold together and hang nicely on your tree. You think the stars, Brenda? Do you want to know a secret? Last year we didn't even put up a Christmas tree. How bad is that? We did have a little, like a table Christmas tree, a little one on the table that had lights. It was really, really pretty, but we didn't put up a proper tree because it's just me and my husband here for Christmas. And I don't know, it didn't seem a lot of point. No one else was really going to see it. But I might try and fix that this year. I think that would be nice. You wouldn't match your theme. What's your theme, Tanya? Do you have a special color that you go with for Christmas time? All right. How do we do? We talked about the kit. Remember, if you want to get this kit for to have it with you when you're attending the free World Card Making Day event, this is a virtual event, so you can do it right there on whatever device you watch your videos on, because it's a video for you to watch. And like I said, it's free. We've been told that there will be a little gift for everyone who is registered. So you want to make sure that you register so you have access to the gift after the event. So definitely worth registering for that. And if anyone has any questions about it and you want to know more, please just ask me. I'm very, very happy to help. Only you there, I know. I would invite you to come to Christmas at our house if I could, Sheila. Well, I'll invite you, but I just know you probably can't come. I understand. It's a long way. Oh, teal, silver, and gold. How beautiful. I bet that's lovely. Yeah, this wouldn't match. All right, very, very quickly before I go, I did tell you I would show you the paper. And let's have a very quick look. So this is it's called, let's have a very fast look. What is it called? It is called the Modern Christmas 12 by 12 paper. And this is an online exclusive. You won't find it in the catalogue, but it is a specialty because it's got gold foil and black. And it's just beautiful. So one side, reverse. So just beautiful. And this is the one I just used for the trees, the black with the gold stars, which is very pretty. And on the back of that, we have some little Christmas trees. Super cute. And then we have some, I think this is meant to be mistletoe, although in Australia, mistletoe is a bit of a pest kind of, but it's not the same as the American mistletoe. But I love the concept. And then on the back, we have fa la 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 over and over and over and over again. Super cute as well. More of that. More of the stripy one, which I've already showed you. This one is nice. Look at this, like little geometric circles with gold. You can see kind of the gold in the middle there. It's very pretty. I like this one a lot. And then it's a little bit retro looking, this one to me. And then on the back we have, like, I don't know, you could call it lots of or it could be, I don't know, what could it be? Scribble. It's just scribble. It reminds me of Mr. Squiggle. And then we have more trees, gold and black trees, just beautiful. And then on the back of that, dots. So we usually have the gold foiling on one side only, and then the other side is plain. And this is just lots and lots of gold with ornaments. It's very beautiful. And on the back we have like a diagonal tartany plaid kind of a pattern. So Really, really nice. So this is called Modern Christmas 12 by 12 DSP, and it is available now in the online store. And if you're after any of these things you've seen me use today, I would suggest head over to my blog because there is a shop now button and it will take you straight to my online store so you can do your shopping. Unfortunately, I can only sell product to Australian customers, which is very sad because I'm sure it would be very helpful having people from all over the world shop, but unfortunately that is not the case. You have to be in Australia to shop with me. So it's lookwhatimade.com.au. That's my blog address. And then you head over there and click the shop now button and it will take you straight to my store. It will actually say shopping with Linda Dolke, and that's what I need it to say if you want to shop with me. All right, you guys, I'm going to take that down and I'm going to click back to me. How did we do today? What do you think? Did you like our little projects today? So what did we do? We did the easy peasy, easiest ever shaker card with the clear envelope. We did using the adhesive strips with the itty bitty bokeh mix and the beautiful butterflies. Then I showed you the kit, the $56 kit that's going to get you through, get you in everything you need for World Card Making Day. And then I also showed you the Modern Christmas DSP that is together with this beautiful ornament. So there we go. I think we did good today. One day shaker cards will not get the better. Yeah, that's kind of what I decided today. I went, what am I going to do today? And I thought, I've never done shaker cards. And there is a reason why I'm a little bit scared of them. But as you can see, we did really great today. And so that you don't really need to be scared. Oh, thanks, Sheila. That's awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I hope everyone is well. I hope you have a fabulous week ahead. If there's anything I can answer in regards to any of the product questions, or if there's anything else you need to know about any of Stampin' Up or any of these products, reach out. I will have the email address below the video straight away after the video. So thanks, guys. Have a fantastic day. I will see most of you probably Friday night. So back again Friday night for a new sketch. See you soon. Bye-bye, everyone. See ya.